Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to today's Power Boost. To be brave and vigilant. So when do we need to be brave and vigilant? Is to keep our peace. We need to pay attention and we need to have determination to maintain our peace at all times, under all circumstances. It's not so difficult, but it needs some practice and a little bit of understanding. So what are a few ways or a few aspects that take us away quickly from our inner peace? Now, one of those are expectations. For the majority of people, it's very normal to have expectation in relationships, all different relationships actually. But whenever I have an expectation, it might be fulfilled, but it may not be fulfilled. And so whenever I have expectations, I'm dependent on the outside. I'm dependent on someone else to fulfill my expectation. Because that old belief tells us, if I have my expectations fulfilled, if I get what I want, when I want it, the way I want it, I will be happy. Otherwise, I will not be happy. And so we are always dependent. Similarly with desires, we have a desire, we have more desires, desires get fulfilled, more are created. And even when desires get fulfilled, that constant longing and wanting for something else, something different, something more. Once we have it, we create fear. There's fear of losing, for example. And when we have desires, it's also easy to go into conflict with the self, but also with others. Again, desires, we even expect desires get fulfilled. And so when we have desires, there's this constant longing, constant wanting, even craving for something, for someone. So definitively, any expectation, any desire for anything temporary will take away our peace easily. We all experience different situations in life. Some situations can be more challenging than others. But then there is one way to look at situations or to think about so that we actually don't become the victim. We don't, we don't need to go into anger or sadness and all these different emotions. And that is, I can create that thought that there's benefit in everything. Maybe, something bigger happened. Someone got hurt, or I lost something. Someone said something. Different situations at home or at work, or even through nature. But if I have that thought, maybe there is some kind of hidden benefit in that whole scenario. Maybe I just cannot see it, and it will reveal itself to me at some later point in time. If I have courage and if I'm brave to create this kind of thoughts, it will allow me to maintain a more peaceful state of mind, no matter what the situation is. And when there is peace or a sense of inner peace, it is very supportive for us to then make decisions. The decisions we make when we feel angry or hurt versus decisions we take when there is an inner calmness, when there is contentment, they are very different. The outcomes are typically much more satisfying when we make a decision, when we think things through or make decisions in a state where there is inner calmness. So there's, of course, we all know it, a lot of benefit and need for us to experience that inner peace. And it's not for us to wait for others, that others are peaceful and then help me to create my peace. No, again, I have to be very brave and I have to take the initiative. I have to create that an inner sense of well-being, an inner sense of calmness, of peacefulness within my own consciousness, based on the thoughts that I create. And the more we are in touch with our innate truth, the more it will be possible for us to create thoughts of hope, thoughts of courage, thoughts of determination, thoughts of peace, and then even thoughts of love. Because the inner being, the core or the heart of our being is of goodness and only goodness. But yes, it does take courage because we believe, and it acts automatically. I see something, I hear something that doesn't suit me, that goes against my own belief system, against my own understanding. I perceive it as a threat and I react. But to experience peace, a peaceful state of mind, even when I go through my daily life, it is very important to not simply everything just take in, but to center yourself within the core of your own being, center yourself in the present moment and be connected to your strength, to what is good within you. And that really requires the first step of courage, bravery, determination. I have to connect to my inner goodness, and that is a choice that I have every moment. And the moment I can do that, I'm connected to a potential within that allows me and supports me in creating more peaceful thoughts, thoughts that do not cause conflict, thoughts that do not wait for others to give me something, but maybe I will give, I will step forward, and whatever it is I can share, some respect, some words of hope, some words of encouragement. And you will also feel very good very quickly, because to share from the self, to extend the self in such a way is actually considered an act of goodness, and you start to feel it first. It makes you feel good, and you're also bringing benefit to the other one. So if we want to experience peace in life, we will have to pay more and more attention and be determined to actually learn to go inward, connect to what is good within my own self, and then start to think. Solutions, think for solutions, think how we can do things better or differently. Say, speak, express and act in a way that there is benefit for the self and others. So to come from a place of generosity and not from selfishness, neediness, where I want, I need, and my needs and wants are always a priority. Another aspect is the more I am able to hold myself within an inner state of peace, remain calm and present in the moment, that allows me then also to look more deeply at others. People say many things, they react, they get angry, and we judge each other based on that. We react towards each other. But if I'm able to remain more calm and peaceful, I'm connected to the core, the essence of who I am, then we will be able to see beyond the surface. And when we look deeper, we will recognize that others also have pain in their soul. There's sadness in their being. And that's why they are acting like that. But the first step, of course, is to take the initiative within or for my own self and to move inward and over again, choose to connect to my potential, to my goodness, and from there, I then connect with others and look at situations and use my ability to think. So let us have a meditation now and let us explore that inner potential a little bit more closely. We sit relaxed. Maybe take a deep breath in and exhale as I remain attentive on my thought. I observe my own breathing. I bring the focus of my attention to the center of the forehead. And I observe how the body breathes. I inhale and exhale. And gradually it appears as if the body breathes by itself. And I go deeper inside and emerge that thought that there is a living being, a living energy behind these eyes, a conscious, self-aware energy, an energy, a consciousness that is very benevolent, generous, kind, respectful, loving and caring, a consciousness of goodness, a consciousness of being the living energy distinct from the body. I am a soul. And my innate quality is peace. My inner potential, my inner goodness, all are connected to the purity of my consciousness. There's peace, there's love, there's joy. Even though there might be many thoughts crossing my mind, many emotions, but to know about and believe in the potential of the living being I have the power, I have a choice to tap into that potential, to tap into that peace, and start to create thoughts of peace. When there is peace, there is also harmony. There's unity. There's contentment within. I have gone beyond being needy. I'm in a place, an awareness that I have everything I need. And the contentment within, because I believe that I have what I need, becomes an attraction. And whatever truly is needed, life will provide. I don't have to chase after anything or anyone. I hold my attention to maintain my inner peace and learn to live my life from this place of value and respect for peace, for myself. Om Shanti.